Nepal's Prime Minister Khadga Prasad Oli resigned today amid escalating nationwide protests that began in opposition to a temporary ban on social media platforms but rapidly expanded into widespread condemnation of government corruption and economic inequality. The demonstrations, largely driven by young people, turned violent after police opened fire on crowds in the capital, Kathmandu, a day earlier, resulting in 19 fatalities. Despite the government's decision to lift the ban on sites including Facebook, X, and YouTube, which it had justified by citing the company's failure to register under new regulations, public anger intensified. Protesters set fire to the Parliament building, the private residences of numerous top political leaders, including the Prime Minister, President, and Home Minister, and forced the closure of Kathmandu's airport. Army helicopters were deployed to evacuate ministers to secure locations as a curfew was imposed across the capital. The protests, dubbed the Gen Z protests, reflect deepening frustration with political elites and perceptions of endemic corruption, particularly as youth unemployment remains high and thousands of young Nepalis emigrate daily in search of work. Medical staff reported that many of the wounded had sustained gunshot injuries to the head and chest. Before stepping down, Oli announced the formation of an investigative committee and pledged compensation for victims' families. The proposed social media regulation bill, which would require platforms to establish a local presence, has been widely criticised as an attempt to suppress free expression and monitor dissent. While some platforms, including TikTok and Viber, complied with registration requirements and remained accessible, major companies such as Meta and Google had not responded to the policy at the time of reporting.